Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Your English World. Today I'm here to explain you the poem, The Work of Artifice. It's a poem written by Marge Piercy, and today I'm going to do the explanation of the poem. So without wasting any time, let us begin with the poem. A Work of Artifice, which is written by Marge Piercy. Marge Piercy is one of the famous feminist writers. She has written this poem during the feminist movement of 1970, and the title, A Work of Artifice. Artifice is something which is related to great work, great art, but here artifice is used as cunning devices for deception. This bonsai is basically used as a cunning device, which is simply a deceptive one, to show that how women were controlled or are controlled by men in a patriarchal society. So let us begin. Also, this poem shows us how women are restricted by society to lead a restricted life. This bonsai is an extended metaphor which is standing for women. Here, the bonsai tree is an extended metaphor which stands for a woman. The bonsai tree in the attractive pot could have grown 80 feet tall on the side of a mountain till split by lightning. So the bonsai tree is placed, it's a potted plant. Actually, here we see the Japanese technique, where the trees are miniaturized, they are pruned, they are chopped in such a way that they are preserved in small little pots, the big trees. So this is a Japanese technique of miniaturizing the trees. So we see that the bonsai is potted in a nice, beautiful, attractive pot. This attractive pot is again a metaphor which is deceptively safe domesticity, which is showing the domesticity of a woman. Very nicely, the woman, since the very beginning is brought up in such a way, is manipulated in such a way that she would love to stay at domestic places only. She would never like to go out or explore the world. So this is showing domesticity. Could have grown, the bonsai tree could otherwise have grown 80 feet tall. Imagine, 80 feet tall. Where? In the open, on the side of a mountain, not at home, on the side of a mountain, till it could be damaged by lightning. The only way to destroy the bonsai was to let it get damaged by lightning, struck by lightning. Otherwise, it would do a great job. It would grow till 80 feet high. That is really something amazing to see a 80 feet high tree, the bonsai tree. But unfortunately, the tree is not growing outside. It is rather pruned by the gardener inside, and it is not allowed to grow 80 feet tall. What happens to the tree? Let's read. But a gardener carefully pruned it, so the gardener stunts the potential of the tree. He curbs the potential of the tree. It is 9 inches high only. Compared to 80 feet, it is just 9 inches high. Because the gardener is there to trim, to prune the tree every day, to give it a nice shape so that it stays in that attractive pot. Every day, as he whittles back, whittles is what? Cuts off the bits of the tree, the branches, the gardener prunes. Every day he is pruning the branches. He is chopping off the branches of the tree so that it does not grow. The gardener croons, the gardener sings. It is your nature to be small and cozy, domestic and weak. Now, the gardener is standing here as a metaphor for society. Okay, so the gardener stands as a metaphor for society, and bonsai, we know it is standing for as an extended metaphor for woman. So it is told the gardener, while chopping the sides of the tree so that it stays nicely in the beautiful pot, he sings, he croons, he sings to the tree as if the society is singing to the women who are dominated by patriarchy. What is he singing? He sings, it is your nature. What is nature here? Basically, women are desirable. Women are wanted to be like what? To be like small, cozy, delicate, cozy. Domestic means this is the condition. They are expected to be in domestic circumstances always, and weak. This shows them very fragile, very weak. How lucky little tree to have a pot to grow in. How lucky little tree to have a pot to grow in. This is an irony where the gardener tells the tree that you are so lucky. We are protecting you from the lightning outside. We have given you a small little pot where you can grow and stay good. But that's not what the tree wants. The tree wants to go out, explore, grow big. Later on, what happens? That is destiny. So here, no way the tree is lucky, which is why there is irony. So, and when we talk about the metaphors here, woman and society, the society tells that the women have men to look after them, to take care of them. Therefore, they should feel lucky. Like the tree should feel lucky to have the pot, women should feel lucky to have men to look after them. This is what the society keeps telling to women. With living creatures, now he comes to living creatures. With living creatures, one must begin very early. He says that, this gardening technique to show how the idea of women being weak is cultivated. From the very beginning, you will see that women are manipulated. They are told that you are supposed to behave this, you are not supposed to do this, do that in front of anyone or naturally. This is how they are brought up since childhood. One must begin very early. The technique should begin very early. Like with the bonsai, it has started early. Same with the women also, the thing should begin at a very early stage so that they are curbed. Their potential is curbed. They are not allowed to explore. To dwarf their growth, to control their growth. The bonsai's growth as well as the growth of women in a society. The bound feet, how will you curb the growth of women? The bound feet, that is the binding feet. This is basically a Chinese practice. Small tiny feet bound together, the women look very delicate and very cute, very nice. So this is a Chinese practice of making women look very desirable. The crippled brain, that is brainwashing them, nicely manipulating them. The hair in curlers, by clipping their hair in curlers, make them desirable. That's how they should be. These are the aesthetic standards the poet is referring to. The hands you love to touch. The last two lines are very catchy. The poet tells here that the poet tells the society actually, you are destroying the hands that you only love to touch. We often damage the hands we love to touch. The society is doing that by behaving in such a way with women. Women have the freedom to grow out and open to explore the world, but they are restricted to the pots, to the house, to domesticity. Just like this tree, bonsai. The bonsai tree can easily grow outside, that too 80 feet tall, but it is pruned, it is whittled by the gardener so that it could never grow, and it remains in a perfect size which suits the attractive pot. just like the women. The women are not allowed to explore much. They are brainwashed from the very beginning so that they do not go ahead the boundary. They never cross the boundary, and they stay in that domesticated condition where they are taught to live forever by the patriarchal society. So this is how Marge Piercy shows the plight of women who are still suffering in the society, which is dominated by patriarchy. The poem is all about that. Bonsai stands for an extended metaphor for women, and the gardener stands for a metaphor. The gardener stands for society as a metaphor. We need to remember these things, and whenever we are framing answers, we need to make sure that we need to keep in mind both bonsai, the tree bonsai, and the plight of women. I hope you understood the poem nicely. Thank you, and have a great day.